Blog number 11 Conversations. As of late, I found myself embroiled in a war and have become a mediator of sorts between two factions. And the thing is, these two sides used to be friends and worked quite well together. They were put together as a team a long time ago. 49 years when I wrote this, 51 years currently. And they were always friends. I don't know when exactly the breakdown in communication happened, although I suspected that little things happened right from day one. But over the last several years, it seems to be intensifying. I have sat down with both sides and had serious talks, and you wouldn't believe the accusations, name calling, and the general mudslinging that goes on. I won't repeat it, as much of it is not family friendly. But before I go any further, I will identify for you the two parties being referred to here, in case you haven't seen it coming. One party is my brain, who is very slowly and with great difficulty and frustration coming to terms with the limitations of and continues to put unrealistic expectations on the second party. The second party being, of course, every other part of my body. One of the problems I'm facing right now is that the brain is responding to situations instantly and sending signals that it expects to be obeyed without pause, time for reflection, or regard to reason. For example, I'm sitting and relaxing on a recliner or at the dinner table with family, and someone knocks on the back door. The brain quickly responds and sends out a priority message to the leg muscles, who themselves were on a lunch break, to go and check it out. The leg muscles respond the best they can, but there's usually a lot of jerking, bouncing, crashing, and sometimes pain involved. The brain then complains through an internal memo that it did its job and was embarrassed by the poor performance of everyone else involved. Now, you would think that the brain would have a full understanding by now, but some reflexes are hard to overcome, and I am in constant negotiations to get these two to work together again and find a middle ground. But before you get the impression that it's all the brain's fault, let me say that the other players in this conflict are just as culpable. Once in a while, various muscle groups will act as if they have a mind of their own. Yes, I know this is not an accurate statement, but for the sake of this example, I'm going to ask you just to go with it. Even though there are urgent danger signals being sent out from the brain, ones that sound like a squadron of police cars, warning the legs to not go there or attempt that, or the arms to not lift that, these tend to continue to happen anyway, usually in a proportionally, devastatingly ugly way. The gloating by said brain that goes on afterwards is not helpful. Sometimes after one of these incidents, the brain will go into the form of extremely mature pouting because it was not listened to and will refuse to help when a request is sent by another member of the body. Let's say I'm engaged in one of those high games of Twister. Read the blog titled, "Oh, the Games We Play," and the legs are so tied up that they need some help. A request is sent from the leg muscles to the brain, but all that sent back is the lyrics to "Give Me 3 Steps" by Lynyrd Skynyrd, which may be fun and a useful thing to know if I'm engaged in a little karaoke, but which is not helpful in the midst of a heated game of Twister. It can be very tiring, and things get a little immature with all the pouting and non-cooperation going on. The other muscles can be just as bad, and when they pout, they usually do something that has the brain kicking, screaming, and digging divots in the floor as it is dragged into the dark and it desperately tries to maintain its grip on the situation that is quickly spiraling out of control. I'm happy to report, however, that the two sides are finally learning to work together, and every day I get them a little bit closer to a resolution. The occurrence of unfair demands and roundabouts of pouting are becoming fewer. Little skirmishes do still pop up, mostly at inopportune times, or when is it ever really opportune? But it is a little more manageable situation. There will always be issues like the wild twitching of the arms and legs, or the unprovoked leg cramps in the middle of the night. Sigh, thanks to a taxi, it will always be something. The bright side? I'm seeing movement from both parties towards mutual understanding and peace.